everybody. Welcome back to the Knitting Place podcast. This is podcast number 58. I'm Dina. You can find me at the Knitting Place on Instagram, Ravelry, and Facebook.
As the Knitting Place. Did you say that?
I don't know.
I don't think you said that.
You can find me as
the Knitting Place.
Yeah.
On all those platforms.
You know what? I'm fried.
That's the end of the day. I am Pam Sapp, and I am Pam Sapp on Ravelry and Instagram, and Pam Sapiens on Facebook.
Should we start over?
No.
Okay.
Let's be au naturel. This is what you get at the end of the day.
Exactly.
You get some silly, forgetful
moodiness.
Lucky that we can talk, right?
I'm moody. I'm like low sugar.
Are you really?
Actually,
should have given you something.
Okay. That's all right.
You need a sweet. I don't think we have any sweets.
No. We're all sweeted out. All righty. How's your weekend?
It was fine. It was, it was a rainy weekend.
I know.
Yeah, I did. I cleaned out my drawers.
Nice.
You like that? And you know what I did while I cleaned out my drawers?
What?
I watched a podcast.
There you go. Anything good?
I watched The Grocery Girls. I watched The Bearded Pearl. It's like you're doing it with somebody in the room.
Yeah, it's like company.
It's like they're talking to you. I
actually caught up. I finally watched The Grocery Girls. I haven't watched them in a long time.
Yeah,
so
me as well. Me as well. And it makes a disagreeable task a little better.
Yes.
But I'm trying to get rid of a dresser, so I'm trying to consolidate.
You want to remove a piece of furniture?
Correct. Well, because I would like to put a plant stand. I'd like to get one of those stands that comes off the wall.
Like
and
Audrey
it's got graduated shelves, yes. Yep. So I'm thinking I would like to do that. So that means I need to get rid of a dresser.
Ooh.
Which means I need to get rid of things.
A lot of purging.
A lot of purging, yeah. But you know how much stuff I have that I never wear?
I'm not good at purging.
God. I could get rid of probably another 5 bags easily.
I'm not good at purging, clearly.
Well, you have to be have to be in the mood. You have to be in the right frame of mind to say, Well, I didn't necessarily clean out my drawers, but I went through projects. And I found quite a few. Didn't you? You sent me a message about something.
I did. In fact, I meant to bring it.
You asked me if I remembered something, and I didn't.
Yeah, the Rift, which I started last summer.
Oh, the Rift. Didn't you start it with that Inzula stuff?
I started it with Vera when I drove Sophie down.
Oh, is that when you did
to Michigan? Well, hello. I'm like this far into it. It's not even considered a whip. It's an abandoned, abandoned object.
That's right. The bad thing about watching podcasts is you see different things that you want to do. But the nice thing, when I was watching The Bearded Pearl, guess what he's making?
What's that?
The Tamarack, which I just finished
that's
for
so
Daniel.
Funny. Yes.
Thank God I finished that.
That's funny. So you're right there.
I'm just on the cutting edge, Dina.
You are. What I do want to share is that it's not a project that I would want to frog. You know how sometimes you look at a project, you've abandoned
still like it?
I definitely do.
Okay.
I'm on, I knit about 4 rounds.
Oh, you did?
I did.
There you go.
So I figured let me give it a little love, kind of build it up a little bit. I'll bring it next time. I forgot to bring it, so I'm sorry. That would have been one of my whips. And
then I wound up my yarn. I took out the winder, which is always problematic. I hate taking it out at home because I would only really like to have a winder if I could have a dedicated spot for it, and I can't. So every time I want to wind something, it's like clear the decks, Get out of my way. I need to wind yarn.
I was going to say, do you use your dresser? What are you going to do to get rid of the dresser?
I had another dresser.
Oh, okay.
That's what I used. But anyway, so I did that. And, of course, towards the end, it got tangled, so I had to do that. But I also had gluten-free pizza this weekend.
Oh.
Very
Did
nice.
you go to DiMaggio's?
Yes, I did. Gluten-free pizza. And we went into Brooklyn. We had lunch with the kids. And,
fun.
Went to the nursery.
Fun. Yes, I can't wait to get the coleus and the ivy. And yeah.
And that was it. What did you do?
What did I do? We drove up to Hudson.
Oh, nice.
It was very rainy.
Oh, so
Took us a long time. I don't like driving in the rain.
No.
I think I definitely have PTSD from my accident with the snowmobile.
Yeah. It's not enjoyable.
No, it's very stressful. But we didn't drive, so that was good. Actually, it would have been better maybe if my husband drove.
What do you mean you didn't drive? How'd you get there?
We went with friends, so they drove. The husband drove, and he's got a heavy foot.
Oh, that makes me nervous. So
I'm sitting there knitting in the back, and every now and again I feel like I'm about to stab myself because you're step on the brake. It was nuts. Anyway, glad to be home in one piece.
Good.
We were hoping to stay over. Everything was sold out.
Yeah.
Memorial Day weekend, but that's what happens when you don't make really good plans.
Right. Well, I mean, look at Katie. She made plans. And what happened to her?
Crazy.
She had my daughter had an engagement party all the way out east in Long Island for a high school friend.
Non-refundable?
She rented a night at a bed and breakfast, which is about $300. She rented a car to drive out from the city, and her friend canceled it because of the rain. She moved it, postponed it.
Because of the weather.
I said, you should tell her you're not coming the next time. So she sent me a picture Sunday, not yesterday, and they went out. So she went out anyway. You know, she had the car and she had the room.
So she rented the car, she rented the place. Unbelievable.
She went to Peconic Bay Brewery, and she had a beer tasting.
Okay. So they made a weekend out of it.
Well, listen, when you're out east and it's raining, what else do you do? Go to a wine tasting, a beer tasting. It's indoors, right? Vodka tasting.
Distillery.
So anyway, so it really was. I mean, when we went to dinner on Sunday, the rain was. We couldn't even walk to the restaurant because
crazy.
The weather was so bad.
Yeah. And then Sunday and Monday we were just home.
Yep.
You assisted me with my starter.
Bread, yeah. Speaking of starter, I have to feed mine tonight.
That is a lot of work.
It is. The bread is a lot of work.
Zach is MIA. He went to Europe. I'm trying to reach him. He's unreachable.
Yeah.
I need to feed the starter. I'm getting
You couldn't feed
stressed.
it. Yeah.
So finally, between Tammy and you both helped. And
right. I know. I've learned after doing it for probably about 6 times that, you know, I take out like 80 to 100 grams. That's it. You know, and I replace it.
It's funny because Tammy takes out 200 grams, and that's because she makes 2 loaves.
Okay, yeah, well,
so
that's...
Zach always takes out less.
Yeah, well, he might just be feeding it then.
And he discards.
Yeah.
So the whole thing is you feel like you're feeding the starter. You feel like it's wasteful to discard it.
Mm-hmm. I've gotten over that, though, Dina, because you know why?
You can't keep up.
I keep making it. I gave it to my daughter. I've got extra ones in my refrigerator now. What am I going to do with these things? So it kills me to go to, wash it down the sink. But, making bread, even that easy recipe that your son gave me, it's time consuming. Let it sit for 8 to 12 hours, then fold it. Let it sit another 2 to 3 hours, then fold it again. Then
I feel like I have a baby.
And that,
feed it,
yeah. Then
massage it, rest.
And then in that recipe, you got to heat the pot up for a half an hour.
I did.
A half an hour.
Actually, no. Excuse me. I'm going to say that. No, I didn't
do it.
I didn't do it. You know what I did? I preheated the oven.
Yeah.
To 500.
Yeah.
I reduced it to 475.
Yeah,
I put the dough right into
a cold pot.
The Le Creuset, whatever.
Yeah.
Yes, cold. Put it in the oven. Mm-hmm. That was the first loaf, but the second loaf was hot already, so I took that one out.
It was hot already.
Honestly, there's no difference.
There's no difference.
Zero.
Well, that's what we were saying, and we said about the time. You got to play with it. You got to do what works for
difference.
You. But anyway, and then I said to Dina, after all this waiting and folding and waiting, you get 1 loaf of bread.
It's like 24 hours worth of attention.
At least.
Like on the clock. I mean, obviously you're not attached to it, but you have to be around.
Right.
It's ridiculous.
It is crazy. Anyway, we're here to talk about yarn.
Yes.
What are we talking about? We've had
nothing that we're wearing.
No, clearly not. Not today.
2 of us, not
we can't
today.
Listen. I mean, how many things do we have?
I feel like I keep wearing the same things.
Yeah,
I have to start knitting.
Yeah. You have to start knitting. Did you ever stop?
You know what it is? I'm stuck on this test.
We're making winter stuff. That's the problem.
And yes.
Yeah. We're not enjoying our spring.
I need to change gears.
Yeah.
I
agree.
T-shirts.
And this year, it just seems to me, I don't know about you, but it seems like there's so many great things that would be nice to knit that are T-shirts now, right?
Yes.
I did do the wild clover, but that was a test knit. But there are
nice.
so many things that I'd like to make.
I meant to print something.
We promoted recently. No. Did we talk about it last week?
What's that?
The Cumulus tea?
Yes.
We did talk about it on the podcast?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Oh, I don't know if we made... No, we may have not. It was
Love that. We made a kit up out of the... correct me if I have the name wrong, Dina. Alpaca silk? Or silk alpaca from Sandnes Garn.
Alpaca silk.
It's a fingering weight silk alpaca. And the Cumulus tea is a summer version of her Cumulus. It's just a plain tea with an I-cord edging. And it looks like it would be so much fun to wear. you know, because it's that lightweight. It's got a great drape because of the silk.
Yes. I thought you said you wanted to cast that
too,
on.
but now all the colors are gone. You know, so I don't know. I have to see. I'm sure I could find a color.
It's never hard. Okay, I'm going to print this.
Yeah, the Dina's got a new cast. Well, she doesn't have a new cast on. She's got a new soon-to-be cast on. Well, when are you going to cast it on, Dina? Are you going to finish something?
I'm restraint.
Yeah, she's got. Well, and because Dina's doing a test knit, we're doing our knit along.
I think I'm going to fail. I'm a failure.
That's not a failure, Dina. If you're 2/3 done and you don't finish it, it's a huge thing. You know, the end of the shawl is the most knitting.
I totally thought I can't show it. I can't show it. I thought I was close to the end, and I mistakenly.
Are you printing the thing in the back?
Yes.
Do you want me to go get it?
Okay.
Go ahead. Finish what you thought.
No. So what I was going to say is that, you know how we always try to figure out how many rows per day, how many rounds per day. We're always
like
trying
a game.
to balance out our knitting. I forgot to check the mic. I'm just thinking. Hopefully our sound is
Hopefully
good.
It's okay.
So in any event, I realized I think I have to knit like 14 rows a day, which is literally impossible.
Because they're huge rows.
Stitches.
They're huge rows.
And I keep increasing.
I think what you should do is stay home, Dina, and not come to work and knit all day. Yes,
so I have your blessing.
She has my permission. You have my permission.
That's a first.
You know, the problem is, even if I had all day to sit home and knit, I can't sit.
Just going to tell you, this weekend, 3 days, you made
bread.
But I look for distractions. I can't. I'm like, I would love to have a weekend where I could just sit and knit. We actually are going away plans failed, but we did go away for the day.
You did,
which I got some knitting done in the car, which was great. But I did not make time for knitting the way I should have made time for knitting. I found I was cleaning, I was gardening.
But sometimes it's the knitting that you're doing is not enticing you. So in other words, if you had a new cast on, she would have been knitting. But you know, we were both at the same place in our Marseille. Excuse me.
Speaking of,
which was finished 4 inches of ribbing and a tubular bind off.
Which was
and
an
I
achievement.
told you on Friday that the fact that I was going to spend my weekend knitting ribbing and a tubular bind off.
But you got that done.
Was not exciting to me. I did get it done.
I was happy to have it done.
I did get it done. But then I picked up for the sleeve, and I was at Audrey's on Sunday. So I said, let me just sit and we had lunch. Let me sit and knit a few rows. I knew what I was doing. Did I screw it up? I did.
On the
had
short
to
rows?
rip out the whole thing
on the
when
short
I
rows?
got home and pick because I somehow something ended up in the wrong place. You know what? And I said it's just easier, so I had to rip out even the pickup and redo it again when I got home. So then you got to get past the short rows, which is a lot.
That was a lot.
I get past the short rows. Now I'm in the round, but now I'm getting bored. Now I'm getting bored. Yes. So we're taking out the Marseille, right?
Yes. Here, you want to start?
Yeah. Doesn't make a difference.
You start.
Yeah. Anyway, Dina's farther than I am on this, but I have a little thing that has to be tucked in over there. But this is there you go, Dina. Thank you.
You're welcome.
There's and my color is called In the Woods or something like that, Dina?
Yes, Into the Woods and Cardamom.
Right, and this is my sleeve, so it's got to come. It's like it's a 13+ inch sleeve and then a 4-inch ribbing. Oh my God.
That's yours.
You know what gets me is the ribbing, Dina.
Yeah, so look at this ribbing. I mean, this is what we had to complete.
And look at that tubular bind off.
And the tubular bind off.
Oh.
Did you use Suzanne Bryan?
Yes, I did.
Me too.
Yeah, I did. You know what?
She was very good.
I made myself a cup of coffee.
That took a long time.
And I just sat down, and I found it smoother this time. I was much more mindful, because what I do sometimes is my mind wanders. And then it's okay, did I get a knit stitch? Did I get a purl stitch?
It looks really good. So look, you guys.
I do have one little thing that has to be fixed down there. Don't show them too close.
This is the tubular bind off.
There's something over there. Yep. You get a nice edge.
It's kind of rolls over. Very pretty.
Yeah.
I love the tubular bind off.
This is going to be a very heavy sweater to wear. You think we're going to wear this thing?
And maybe in a cool summer night, but it's not
cool summer night. Summertime?
I mean, like now.
Oh,
it's been cold.
Yeah, it has been. It was cold.
Oh my goodness!
If it was done, I could have worn it this weekend. Let's see yours, Dina.
if it was done.
Dina's
So
further
this-
ahead on her sleeve, so you'll
Not
get a
that
better
much.
indication of the sleeve.
Not that much, but here it is.
You're on the third stripe.
Yeah, I'm past the third
I'm
stripe.
like up to here.
I thought that I wouldn't.
You've been doing your decreases?
I've been doing my decreases, and they're right here. What can we tell you about this? I could tell you that I opted
Yeah.
to do Andrew Mowry's jogless join.
Yeah, I think that's the
She's
best
a
one.
lovely video
Yeah.
on YouTube.
Yeah.
I found hers to be a lot more user-friendly, especially with the decreasing. She's got a fabulous technique. I know that Suzanne Bryan has a good one. Maybe if you're in the round, but in this particular case, when you're decreasing, I felt like it was difficult to apply.
You didn't mark your... I'm surprised you don't have your markers in there.
I'm counting my
What
rows.
happened? Oh.
I'm counting my rows.
You always have those markers
I know,
in there.
I usually do. So how many have I done? 1, 2, 3,
Three,
4,
four. You can
5,
see it.
6.
7,
8.
8. You have to
Done
do
8.
13.
Yep, 5 more. It's quite a bit.
It is a bit.
Now, you know, we were talking in our Zoom. We didn't
About?
have Zoom this week. Squeezing in your stitches for the pickup.
Oh, yeah.
So,
I'll be right back.
yeah, go ahead. In this particular case, a lot of people didn't have. They couldn't follow the formula that Petite Knit gave for the actual pickup.
Now, why couldn't they follow it?
The row gauge was off. Pam was saying, why couldn't they pick it up, the requested number of stitches? So gauge is clearly important. You're going to want to check your gauge and make sure that you have gauge so that all future techniques will apply nicely. I had the gauge. I was not able to get the 96 stitches. I followed her formula, and maybe I didn't do enough rows because she did say go to a certain number of rows.
I also, she said, you know, skip the third row, you know, pick up 2, skip 1.
Right.
And if I had just followed that, it wouldn't have fit in. I don't think. For me, I don't think.
I literally followed her direction, and I picked up 92 stitches versus 96. So it fell into the first 2 sizes.
So what we were basically saying on the Zoom, the knit along, was it doesn't make a difference. You know, if you have 92, does it make a difference?
No. I mean, the instructions were there for 92, so follow the short rows for 92.
Correct.
If you need, this sweater is really oversized.
It
I
is,
had it
yeah.
on. Should I slip it on again?
Yeah, go ahead.
It's really quite oversized. So believe it or not, I picked up the number of stitches for the first size. It's the first and second size. And I'm actually going to continue.
And also the third size, right? Where we made the
We're
third
the
size,
third, right. So although we're the third size, I hope I get this on without making a fool of myself.
There you go.
So
How was the length?
the length is nice.
There you go. Oh, yeah, that looks nice, Dina.
It's a good length. I like it.
Yep.
It's like tunicky.
Mm-hmm.
And there's my stripe.
Nice.
So I was contemplating taking out the fourth stripe, but I think I'm going to put
I
it in.
think you should. Let
I'll
me see it.
put it in,
Yeah, I think you should, Dina.
and then I'll do the ribbing. It'll be a long sleeve, but
Such
you
a
could
pretty-
see that there's still quite a bit of fabric.
Yeah.
So although I didn't get my 96 stitches
But it's
in,
very oversized. I had my picture somewhere. It's a very oversized.
it is. It's an oversized sweater. There's plenty of room.
You can see when she's wearing it. Look how big her sleeve is when she's wearing it.
I was just thinking about Johanna, one of the women that
Oh,
is
God bless
making the
Johanna.
sweater.
See,
Yes.
look how loose her sleeve is there. Very loose.
It's oversized. It has a lot of positive
Yeah,
use.
yeah.
So gauge is important because, especially in this particular
Row
case,
gauge is important.
as well as stitch gauge.
Yeah, right.
In this particular case, if you're not getting gauge and you're following the size per your bust measurement, if you are loose and this is an oversized sweater, the sweater will be that much larger.
We had that's what Dina's telling you. One of the women in our knit along, she ripped out her whole sweater.
Right. She called us and she asked us, and I have to say from the bottom of my heart, I like to be as honest as possible. It was so hard for me to tell her to rip. I did. And the best phone call we ever got is that she was so grateful. We were brutally honest. And she's on her way back to knitting it. And I'm sure she'll be done with the sweater before all of
us. Yeah, exactly.
But
That's
I
why
mean,
Dina and I are
kudos-
we're like they always the ones.
Kudos to her because, you know, it's a shame to knit something if you know you're not going to wear it. So you might as well knit it so that it fits and you're happy with the way it fits. That's why, like, you know,
I think she said if she kept it, she was going to give it away. Which
is fine. But it's a shame, you know. It seemed like she wanted it, you know, so it's nice. Yeah. So kudos to you, Johanna, if you're listening.
Yeah.
Can't wait to see it. Anyway, those are our whips. I don't have anything else with me that I could really share. But you have something.
I do. Well, of course, it's just the right bag. I cast something on because one of the things Dina's going to show you is we had a delivery two deliveries on Friday. It's the wrong bag. And before we left on Friday, I said, I've been thinking about casting this on. Actually, I was thinking about casting it on in...
Do you have the pattern?
On my phone.
What's it called?
I think it's called Willa.
Okay. Willa.
Yeah. I had been thinking about doing it, and you could in BC Garn, the Tussa Silk, the Tussa Silk, which is what I made my ranunculus in. It uses a fingering weight yarn, and it's just kind of a loose, light summer top, right?
Mm-hmm.
Something similar to, I guess you could say, the ranunculus, maybe. It's got positive ease. It's a little different, but it's not as open as that is. So
anyway, I show them the picture first?
Show them the picture first because they can't see from this.
Okay. So this is called Willa. It's designed by This Bird Knits. It's a beautiful t-shirt style sweater. Right. It's got a lovely yoke stitch pattern. I'm not sure how many rows it is, but it doesn't look too difficult.
I think it's 10. Well, there are some rows before it and after it, but the lace is, I think, 10 rows.
Okay. And is it basically a stitch repeat? It looks like it's about 10.
Yeah, it's a 12-stitch repeat.
12-stitch repeat.
Mm-hmm. And I thought to myself, you know what? I'm putting markers in there.
Smart.
Yes, especially when you're in like over 200 stitches. But anyway, so we got a delivery on Friday of, you really can't see it, Suburban Stitcher. And this was a new colorway called Granny Square. And I'm about halfway through the lace section. And
you are just whipping along.
Yeah, it's fun. Remind me, Dina, I need to get a needle before I leave.
Okay. Let's turn it around for a sec.
Yeah.
I want them to see.
Oh, the front side, yeah. Let's see if I can pull this down, like down here.
See how pretty it is?
It's very pretty. So it's a fingering weight yarn. They recommend an 8 needle. I'm using a 7. And I gauged it. I could have used the 8. And I said, well, I just felt that I'd be better off on the 7.
You've been going down lately.
On
every project, you've been sizing down.
Right, because my thing is now, I'm knitting in the round. So when I'm knitting in the round, I'm going to tighten up. Mm-hmm. And I know I am. I could even see that I was tightening up. And I was trying not to because I don't want it to be a big difference. You know, you're at one gauge and then you can see it's tightening up.
Well, I don't think you should mess with your tension. Let the needles do the work.
But it's not even that. I know myself, like when I start knitting in the round, it's going to tighten up.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm trying not to do that. But in any event, at least on the yoke.
I tighten up on my sleeves.
Right. So anyway, it's just, listen, I could have picked any color, but it's very cute. It seems to be a fast knit.
Nice.
Right?
Yeah.
It's something different.
It's pretty. So that colorway is called Granny Square. I was trying to pull it up close. Can I just show them again?
Yeah.
It's got these pretty little flecks of color.
You picking
there it is. Now you could see it.
Yeah.
You could see all the different
great
flecks.
color.
It's super cute.
Mm-hmm.
So Pam got started on that. And that's in Suburban Stitcher Sock.
Correct. So I don't know. I mean, like we were saying, there's so many summer tops to make. And this one didn't seem like it's going to take that, although there are some increases to go. I will say, I told Dina that she calls for make ones. And I said I didn't want to do a make one because...
Well, you said... No. Yeah, go ahead.
Because you get those little... I don't want to say little holes. They are like
almost
holes,
looks
right?
like little eyelets.
Yeah. So I said, what did we do on the ranunculus?
It wasn't the ranunculus, it was
ladyfinger.
Yes,
and
from More Thunder.
She did a backward loop cast on, so I did that on the first increase round, and I knit the round after it, and I did not like the way it looked. And I even went beyond it. I said, well, it'll be okay. So I knit 8 rounds after that. Still didn't like it. So then I went back and I took it out. And then I did the, Patty Lyons has the video. She calls it the what does she call it?
Left
slant?
left leg increase, or the left.
Yeah,
right
left,
leg.
right. Yeah. So I did that. I did the left one, and it's fine. I could still see it on the top, but on the second one, Dan and I were just saying that with the more stitches, because it's a loose knit, you're knitting fingering on a 7. Because it's a loose knit, you're seeing it more. And when I did the second increase, it's not as noticeable.
Right.
And
I think it's because there are more stitches on the needle.
I'm hoping that, because I have another increase to do after the lace, and I don't want that to be. And if you look at the picture on the thing, you can see the little eyelets, or whatever you want to call those things, from the make ones.
You see the increases.
I mean, maybe I should have left that.
It's actually reminiscent of Simple Summer Sweater.
Correct. And I don't like
By
that.
Hohe.
I don't like the way that looks.
On many people's finished objects, it looked like there were eyelets in there.
Right, and I think you and I spoke about that, because I think on the more Thunder, you don't even see them.
No.
And that's...
But it's also because I think it's
a worsted weight yarn.
Oh, right, and also more dense.
Yes,
the fabric,
yeah, you
like
don't
more
notice
stitches.
it as much. This one's more noticeable because it's a larger needle on a thinner yarn.
Yeah, I agree.
So, but whatever. So there we go. I'm married to it now, so I have to live with my increases.
I think you're
It's
doing
okay,
okay.
right?
It looks fine.
Anyway, so that's that.
But it's a beautiful top.
Yeah, thank you, Dina.
You're welcome.
Do you want to talk about what you want to make?
Oh, so this isn't, I mean, the yarn's going home with me today.
Ooh.
I'm refraining from winding, but
She's going to keep it on her night table to give her inspiration, right?
This pattern dropped today. Today
lovely.
is June 1st. For those of you who want to know, it's Tuesday, June 1st. And this is a beautiful pattern. It's called Flores. I hope I'm pronouncing it right.
How do you spell it?
Flores.
Flores.
It's by Eri Shimizu. And if you see her, she's wearing the sweater. She's got a short sleeve option, which is right here above the elbow. And this one is a three-quarter
look how cute
sleeve
that is.
option.
It's a cute way to show
it's
it.
very cute. I'm thinking of going with the short sleeve option. I really like
I
it.
like the short sleeve. Is there a front picture of it?
It's a very subtle. I believe the front picture is actually quite the same. Maybe you'll find it on Instagram or Ravelry. I don't think there's another picture. Oh,
There it is.
sorry. I lie.
Here it is.
Here it is. So it's funny because in the top picture, here it is in the short sleeve version, and then here it is in the three-quarter version. Super cute. I'm not sure if you can actually see the stitch definition. It's not a rib, but it certainly appears to be like a rib.
What is it?
I think the bottom, I don't know.
Is it a
It's
twisted
like
rib?
no, I think it's a fake rib,
Oh.
but
That
super
should be
cute. I
interesting.
really like it. And it's got a raglan, but it looks like it's somewhat dolman.
It does, yeah.
Oh, let me show you the other picture.
Is there a schematic?
Here's the other picture.
Yeah, there it is. You can see it.
So
Here,
I
look
feel
into
like
here.
it's slightly dolman. See that?
Yep.
Very cool. I really like this piece.
That's
so it
pretty.
also calls for fingering weight yarn. I took three skeins of Suburban Stitcher Sock, and we'll show you the different colors.
Yeah. It's nice, Dina.
Yep. Alrighty.
You ready?
Should we start with new
Yeah.
product?
Yeah, go ahead.
Oh, before we start with new product, I want to share the two sweaters that are behind on the mannequin. You might recognize one of them. Mine is the Rocket Tee.
My phone's doing?
Is
It's recording everything you're saying. I don't know why. That's so funny.
This is by Tanis Lavallee.
Yes.
Okay, so it's the Rocket Tee. I used one skein of Suburban Stitcher Sock with one skein of mohair. And as you can see, it's sheer. And I used the mohair with the sock. So you'll see illusion and then opaque. This here is the Rocket Tee, knit in a different way. This is knit using 2 skeins of fingering weight sock. This is on my list to do. I said I wanted to do this. Nikki had not knit this up. It's absolutely gorgeous. She used the colorway bronze with heavy metal. And for those of you who don't like working with mohair, this is a lovely option. You're using 2 skeins of sock. You can actually
Did you use 2 skeins?
Yes.
Wow.
You can actually also use the fingering weight and slub as another option,
Yeah.
or the original option, which is fingering weight and mohair. It's a fabulous tee. Absolutely love it. Isn't that gorgeous?
It was very nice.
It's got a beautiful detail
You
on
know,
the
it's
side.
interesting when you look at it. Did she do the detail?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, look at that. It's pretty.
Here's the eyelet detail that goes down the side. Very pretty. I could show it to you on mine as well.
There it is, yeah. You know, it's interesting. When I'm looking at it close up, the colors are very close.
It's lovely. It's
great
subtle.
But when I'm looking at it in the screen, I can clearly see the stripes.
Right. But
I think I have to make this year.
I was going to say in person. Somebody was laughing at us because we always say in person it looks like.
Yeah, exactly.
But it does look differently. The screen, too.
It does look different when you look at it on the screen, and I'm looking at it
It's more subtle.
It's more subtle in person. I hate to say it, but it's true. Anyway.
I mean, it doesn't matter. You can pick any two colors.
It's lovely.
I like that they are very similar.
Come here, Gertrude. There you go.
So it gives you the effect of the sheer and opaque in the other one.
Lovely.
I love it. Thank you, Nikki, for sharing your time.
I may have to take 2 skeins, Dina.
See?
I may have to take 2 skeins. I'm
so
thinking.
she went to, there was a knitting at Lisa's, and she said she wore it in. And no
she wore it in?
She wear it in. She said Tracy got on and ordered it.
It's online.
Thank you, Tracy. I
there
got your order. Anyway, we are going to share the new delivery. So as far as options, people have also asked us, what can you make? Will you bring out the fade that's in the light box?
Yes, I will.
Thanks. We're going to show you the different colors that came in. Sorry about that.
That's okay.
There are lots of them. There are new colors. There's some returning colors.
There are so many things that you can make.
I know.
It's crazy.
The
People
V-back
say, but what am I going to make?
I know. It's crazy.
We really have to do kits because I really think people need us to make kits so that you know what to make. But
although
again,
I have to say, over the weekend,
I was just going to say that.
Proud of you guys. You guys got online and you ordered what you wanted. Kudos.
And am I glad I got my colorway because there's none left.
That sold out
That's why I'm going to pick colors tonight for that thing, so I get them.
I think I should do that too.
You should, absolutely. Of course, when Diane's yarn comes in, you know, her color, when you see this fade here, you'll know. So I don't know, do you want to show this first?
Yeah, you might as well.
Okay. Now, Lava Lake is a pattern. I made it last year from Stephen West. It's 5 skeins of fingering. It fades from light into a center color and then back out again in a triangular. But look at this.
Look at this gorgeous fade. So this is getting washed out. There you go. So I'll read off the colors to you. This one is called Nudie Patootie, and you see the fleck in there. And it's getting a little washed out, but it has a little bit of a corally feel.
Love that color.
This one here is called Flutter. And unfortunately the lighting is blowing this out, but there's a little bit of this subtle shade of corally pink which is picking up the Flutter. And then we're going into Bang Bang. And then we're going into Lanyap.
I'm not saying it.
Thank you for the email. Someone corrected me on the pronunciation. I apologize.
And then the darkest color is the rouge the end. Look at that fade. Oh.
That is an absolutely gorgeous fade.
But again, that's just one of many because there are so many great colors that you could use as fades in this delivery that came in, right, Dina?
Yes. Tremendous.
We should make some lava lakes.
We probably
really
can
should.
Make new
Maybe
ones.
We'll do Thursday.
Maybe
we'll do rocket tees.
Rocket tees. Lava Lake.
But there's also...
And V-back tees.
And there's also Breezeway.
Breezeway. There's so many new things that you can be knitting. The new Flores sweater. You could do the Willa.
The Willa, yeah.
So let's just for starters, look at the Willa. If you are interested in Pam's sweater, it's 2 skeins.
Well, I guess if you went to the larger size.
Of course, check your sizing.
Yeah, I'm doing,
based on a 47-inch finish bust?
Actually, I even went up to the 50.
Oh, okay.
I better have enough yarn now. I was thinking, though, that I may look at my gauge as I knit it and maybe go down. Maybe I can do a decrease or something. What do you think? I don't know.
Yeah, it looks like it's roomy in the body.
Right, it does. It does look roomy.
Like a little skirty.
Is it too? What, you think it's too wide?
No, I don't know. I noticed it.
You think it's skirty?
Look at the image. It could just be the
the image. You're talking about the
angle
image.
at which it was photographed. I felt like.
So you're thinking it's too wide in the back? Or you
it
think
could just be the
narrower?
wide all around, or maybe not do as many increases when you go to do your increase for the size 50. Maybe increase for the size.
Yeah, that's the thing to do. Yeah.
One size smaller.
Do less. Exactly. Right. Exactly. That's
which is another. It's okay to modify your patterns. You don't have to follow the pattern as written.
Exactly.
I will be the first to tell you that. I always mix things up and change things up.
Yep. I'm going to show you
while
Breezeway.
you're pulling patterns,
Yep.
do you mind if I start showing the colors?
Absolutely.
Okay. So I'm going to start with this one. This one is a new colorway for us. This is called Ladybird. It's a beautiful shade of purple.
That's a new
It's like
color.
a lilac, and it's got different color speckles going throughout. Ladybird, and we have it in the slub. We have it in the fingering weight, which I think was the Breezeway. Oh no, Breezeway was slub and mohair. Look at that.
Oh, it's not slub. It's fingering.
Oh, fingering.
It's
and
fingering
mohair.
and mohair. Oh, you could do slub too.
I could be any three.
Yeah.
But this is called Ladybird.
And this is the Breezeway, just so you'll see while Dinah's showing you the various yarns. You can see it's a shawl, but the interesting thing, it's you go across the row with the fingering and you get to the center and you pick up the mohair. So it switches.
Beautiful.
Right.
Very nice.
How
Was
pretty
that
is
1 and
that?
1?
Yes.
Oh, wow. So you only need a skein of each.
Yep.
So if there's a colorway that you like, I have to say
Breezeway.
Breezeway and snag it, because this
She
yarn
says
isn't
slub.
really...
She says yarn A can be the smooth or slub yarn.
Yeah, I think it'd be pretty with the slub
Wait
and
a
mohair.
second. I don't want to lie to you, Dinah.
Is it more than one skein?
She has 2 sizes. She has a small and a large. If you're doing the small, it's 1 skein. If you're going into the large, you would need 2 and 2.
Okay.
You know, but the finished dimensions are 80. The small is 86 inches wingspan by 20 deep, which is large. If you want the bigger one, it's 111 inches. That's quite large.
I think I would do the small
I would
based
do
on...
the small, yeah.
Do you know the wingspan on the Lavallee?
No, I'd have to look it up. I could look it up.
I'll continue with colors.
ahead.
This one here is called Starstruck. Very pretty. That's a good angle. It's got a little bit of purple and pink and yellow and lots of speckles. Very nice. Again, all 3 options. And then we have this one. It's called March Hare. This, I would say, has like a yellow greeny kind of hue, mint green.
Oh.
Very pretty with the pastels, and again, those same speckles. Lovely. Again, the colors that I just showed, Ladybird, the Starstruck, and this March Hare, wonderful options.
I love that color.
Wonderful options for the Flores sweater.
It's
Because
nice.
it has the subtle speckle.
Yeah. The Lavallee is 109-inch wingspan by 43 inches deep.
And
But it's a
that's-
different shape. The Lavallee is a triangular one. The Breezeway is a different, I don't know what you call those shapes.
Asymmetrical.
Asymmetrical, thank
Triangle,
you.
sure.
Yeah, whatever, one of those.
This here is called Nudie Patootie. And I'm going to just get closer so you could see. There it is. You see a little bit of like corally pink and some very subtle speckles going throughout. So that's a lovely color, a returning color for us. And then we have Smoke. This one is new. It's like a pearl gray. Lovely. Fingering weight and mohair. So you'll notice that some of the colors don't have all the bases. We just didn't order all the bases and all the colors. So
We have a lot, though.
yes, this one is another pretty one for the Flores option. This is called Oyster. The subtle speckle. And then here it is with the mohair if you wanted to do the Breezeway. And I don't know, if I were doing Breezeway, I really think I would do the slub and the mohair. I like the texture.
Mm-hmm. That is pretty.
Yep.
Slub is fun to knit with.
Yeah, the slub is fun.
Another option that you could do. What do you think, Dina, about this?
That's pretty.
I'm going to talk about shapes for you in a second. This is called Breezeway. There you go. Look at that.
No, not Breezeway.
Not Breezeway. It's called Radiate. Radiate Shawl from Stephen West. 3 skeins of sock. You know what interests me is the fade of the 3 colors, but do you think that that's a difficult shape to wear? Shawl
Personally?
shape. Yes.
Yes.
See,
Although
it
there,
is.
I mean, he has it folded around more like almost like a cowl, like it's like nestled around the neck. I don't think you can wear it like a shawl.
No.
It's the type of piece that is, because it's so light, you can scrunch it up, which I love. I love a lightweight shawl that you can scrunch up.
You could also do dotted rays.
That's perfect for this yarn. Yeah,
Dotted
perfect.
rays is another nice one. That's pretty.
This is Coal. I'll try to speed things along. This here is Cinder.
a lighter gray with some
But this
black
has the
speckles going in it.
through
Yeah.
it.
Mm-hmm. Tina's
have
got
some-
such a pile
I
in
know,
front
I'm
of her right
sorry.
now.
This is the Granny Square.
That's Granny Square and
Yeah,
Slub.
this is the colorway that Pam is knitting with in the fingering weight.
I mean, you could do that in the Breezeway with the Granny Square Slub and then just do like a coal
Oh, gray mohair.
or a smoked
Stunning.
mohair with
Stunning.
it, right?
Stunning. This here is Sweet Pea.
Great pink.
And
Oh, I like this one. This
This
one is
is-
in my V-back tee.
boyfriend jeans.
Mm-hmm.
Now we have it in the DK weight. We have it in the sock weight and the slub.
Don't we
And
have that in mohair? We have
I think
it
there's
in
one
mohair.
more mohair left.
Really? It's all
Yes,
gone?
yes. Sorry. This is a fabulous color. This is La Boheme. This is another great one for the Flores sweater, as well as the Willa. I mean, any of these are
Any of
perfect
them,
for
yeah.
Willa.
Willa, yeah.
But I wouldn't go for a dark sweater, I think, on the Flores sweater. Oh, actually, you can.
You could, yeah.
Don't listen to me.
Don't listen to Dina.
Don't listen to me. I guess, you know what it is? I'm
You could do
imagining
hurricane.
it.
You're thinking light summer.
Yes,
Yeah.
but this would be stunning.
That's a great color. That's
a
also
great-
in my V-back tee.
Yeah, this is a great color. So this is Hurricane.
Oh, that's gorgeous.
I mean, look at
that
this
would
for
be a
Breezeway.
fabulous Breezeway.
Gorgeous.
Maybe I should do that.
Stunning.
That is beautiful.
Stunning.
I have to buy some yarn, I think, Dina. What color is that?
Clean slate.
Oh, clean slate.
Love it.
Yeah, that's a great color. It's like
Very
a blue
pretty.
gray. Very pretty.
And then we have
Oh, I like this
Boardwalk.
one too. What's that called?
Boardwalk.
Boardwalk.
This
Yeah.
is another color that came and
Lovely.
went quickly.
It's gone.
Well, no. From the previous
gotcha,
deliveries.
gotcha, okay.
This is a popular colorway.
making
is
me
what I'm
nervous.
No, sorry. As well as this River's Edge. This is another beauty. And we have it in the slub, the mohair,
Mm-hmm.
the sock, as well as the DK.
Mm-hmm.
Gorgeous colorway.
Very pretty.
It's like a greeny turquoisey blue. Very pretty. Okay, then we have Lanyap. Now that I know how to pronounce it.
What is lanyap? What does it mean?
I think it's a special gift. It was in,
Oh,
I
it's
have
a
to look it up.
Okay.
Gift or
That's fine.
token, a token of some sort.
Love this color.
This is a new color.
Love this color.
Flutter. Gorgeous.
Do you think that would
Absolutely
make a good
gorgeous. This would be stunning in the Flores sweater too. Maybe I should do
Flores
that.
sweater?
I
What's
didn't want-
your sweater? Yeah, yeah.
Maybe I should do
like
that.
too. I like
That's
that.
very
But that,
pretty.
well, that's very pretty.
Now this would be a fun rocket tee.
Yes. It's not even coming up as
I know,
bright
it's
as
not
it is.
as-
It's washed
yeah.
out. Yeah, very pretty. You know what's washed out is the bottom color. The flutter is not. It's really a fabulous peachy coral.
It's getting blown out.
Yeah, it is.
Unfortunately.
It's blown out. Well, whatever. There you go.
Sorry,
It's
guys.
on the computer. This is eggplant.
This is eggplant.
Nice dark eggplant. Slub, mohair, and sock.
Yes. And then we have
Heavy metal. Now, heavy metal. Oh, I'm sorry. Did you want to show that?
yeah.
I was going to say heavy metal is what's in the one behind
Well,
me.
that's what I was just going to show.
I'm
I was
sorry.
going to no. I think it's great. Heavy metal and the bronze.
These two right
Yeah,
here.
which is what Nikki used to make her rocket. It's a
I love
gorgeous
bronze.
blend.
Bronze is a great color.
Gorgeous colorway.
Great colorway. I'm going to have to make something in bronze.
This is the beautiful Demure.
Demure. I love Demure.
Now, Demure and predictability would give
be-
you that. This might be what you have to make.
Maybe I should. I never do pink.
And you always like
I love
predictability.
predictability.
This
Maybe
would
I
be
should
a
do that.
subtle
A
tonal
subtle tonal.
rocket
What
tee.
would I wear that with, though? I
Jeans,
say
chinos,
that every
everything.
time.
You're giving me a headache. What do I ever wear my rocket tee with?
Well, I
It's
wouldn't
all
wear
pink.
it with these pants. I wouldn't wear it with these.
And why not?
Because I wouldn't.
Excuse me.
I just wouldn't. I don't like these pants, I think. I have to buy new pants.
I love this colorway. This is another pretty option.
Okay, but yes, that is lovely.
We may have
Maybe I
topped
should
it.
do that. I should do that.
Oh my goodness.
What color? I love that color. What color is that?
This is steampunk.
I love steampunk.
with predictability.
Okay.
I mean, it's
that's,
endless.
That's what I'm doing. Steampunk and predictability.
It's endless.
Although, show them this and give me a bronze.
Yes,
Please. A bronze mohair.
We did mention
a bronze
this.
mohair, though.
Oh, for the Breezeway, we said this last week.
Look at show them, Dina.
This is stunning.
Breezeway.
And steampunk.
Oh,
So chicory and
Chicory.
yeah, stunning.
oh, gorgeous.
I might need to do that for rocket tape.
Oh, that's beautiful. Love it.
Oh,
love
my
it,
goodness.
Love it.
That is out of the park.
Hold up those again, Dinah, the ones you told me I should do. The predictability with the steampunk. Because now, see, that's got some gold in there. Is that too washed out looking?
No.
Is that too washed out?
No. How can it be washed out?
Okay, we'll see. How about doing March hair with flutter? Is that no good? March hair is too white, right?
March hair.
Or March hair with boardwalk. What do you think?
Hold on.
Or beach grass, whatever it's called.
I know, we didn't get to all the colors.
Oh, I
Hold
thought
on.
you did it. I'm sorry, Jen.
That's okay.
Forget
this
it.
is March hair and flutter.
No, I
very
don't think
spring-like.
So. I don't think so.
I don't see you in this.
No,
very
no.
sherbirty, which I happen to like. Again, it's getting blown out.
I love that March hair for a shawl.
It's very pretty.
Maybe I could do that as a breezeway.
Okay, so we did the steampunk. I did not do, but I showed you chicory.
Mm-hmm.
And then we have Bang Bang, which is also, I like this color.
Mm-hmm.
That's beautiful. It's a fun.
It's got a lightness but a brightness to it.
Yeah, it's super fun.
Mm-hmm.
And then we have Rouge, which is elegant.
That mohair rouge. That mohair rouge is
absolutely
absolutely stunning.
Elegant.
Yeah, beautiful.
I like this color, Pam.
That's what I'm thinking.
Beach grass.
Where's March hair? I love beach grass. That's a great color.
This is stunning. So beach
Put
grass
that maybe
with March hair.
No.
That's pretty.
I don't think for a Whoosie Watts though. But what if you put it with a bronze?
That's pretty.
Or a chicory? It's too dark.
Too dark. Too
no.
contrasty.
No. I'm sorry, Dana.
No, you're fine.
This one. I don't know if I like that.
That's pretty. That's pretty. I like
know.
that.
Okay, I haven't decided.
So many options. But people were asking, like we can clearly
we
put.
make?
Yeah, someone actually did a lovely Lavallee. They put together, I think it was bronze, chicory, Oslo, or no, heavy metal, Oslo, and Granny Square.
Oh,
Beautiful.
that's gorgeous.
It was beautiful.
That's
I must
gorgeous.
say. Yep. So there are lots of combinations. We will start putting them together. It's our first day back.
You wouldn't have time today.
We were overwhelmed.
Yeah.
The shop was open.
It was either do a live, do kits, or do the podcast, and we opted for the podcast.
We opted for you guys.
There you go.
Well, something else came in that we want to share.
Yep. One more thing. Hedgehog Fibres, for those of you who missed the Instagram Live. We received our delivery for the Winter's Beach cardigan. Yep.
And Hedgehog Fibres DK is in the house.
Yep.
This has less yardage than the original Tweety DK. We asked the lovely folk at Hedgehog to recommend some pretty colors that would kind of emulate the Tweety, and this is one of them. This is called Bramble. There's 200 meters on the skein, so if you're thinking of using this for the Winter's Beach Cardi, and our knit along will hopefully start in 2 weeks, feel free to give us a call, check out your sizing, and you can purchase this online. Mm-hmm. Do you want to do the colors?
Sure. That's Zephyr.
Very pretty. Mm-hmm. Now, some of these we may not have sweater quantities left.
This is Heyday. And again, Heyday has more of a yellowy cast to it.
Yep.
This is Daydream. And Daydream has a bit of a lavendery hue to it. And this is Echo. Echo is the color that most closely resembles the initial Tweety.
Right. The most, I hate to say it, but the most popular color.
I believe we have the Echo.
I know we have Bramble. And Heyday. No?
Yes, you do have Heyday. Yep. I think those are the ones we can do sweater quantities in.
Now, in the photographs that are that we actually posted online, the hue for this came out to be a lot more orange or coral as the base. It really isn't. It's a neutral with fleck.
Yeah, it is.
It
like
has
a beige.
Yeah, it's really more of a beige.
It's not coral.
It's not really corally. Mm-hmm. So if you need to FaceTime or you want to see closer pictures, we can always text you or FaceTime.
Yep. And that's it.
That's about it.
Anything else?
I need to get out of here. I'm headed for the...
Dina's going into the big city tonight.
I'm going into the city. Can't believe it. The Comedy Cellar.
There you go.
Opened up to the public, and we love... It's like a tradition for us to go to see the show's there, and Era's got on the phone right away, and he tried to make a
Oh,
reservation.
when they opened up? Because they just opened up?
Yesterday was the first night.
Oh, nice.
So today's the second, and...
you never know when you go to those places who you're going to see. You may be seeing a future star.
Right, but I feel like because it's the beginning...
You might get someone coming in.
Right. I'm hoping.
I'll never forget, years and years ago, I went to the Improv, which was probably like the first comedy club in New York City, right? And who came in and did a routine was Rodney Dangerfield.
Oh, no way.
I swear to God. And we were sitting right by the front, and the one thing that struck me was his eyes were so blue, which was like... But
they are very blue.
He was very funny. But he's no longer with us anymore.
At least you got to see him.
There you go.
So, yeah. That's it.
Fun.
Any announcements or anything?
I don't know. We're just
an
knitting. What is it? I'm excited. Is this something I don't know?
No, I told you yesterday. We're going to be closed for July 4th week.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Let's see. What are the dates?
Well, July 4th, I don't even know what day
it lands on a Monday.
July 4th is a Monday?
Yes. So we're closed anyway on July 3rd. So we're going to be closed July 3rd to the 10th.
No, if July 4th is a Monday, July 2nd is a Saturday. Is that what you said?
July 3rd is a Saturday.
Oh, July 3rd is the Saturday. Okay, so July 3rd is a Saturday until the 10th.
So we will reopen on Monday, July 12th. And on that week, you will have the pleasure of working with me because Pammy will be on vacation.
Pam won't be here.
Yay, I'm so happy for you.
Yeah.
Yeah. So.
You're going to miss me, Dina?
Terribly. It's going to be 2 weeks. I don't think I can handle that. This was a long weekend.
Are you going somewhere the first week?
Hoping.
Are you hoping?
Yes, we are.
Is it like a travel thing or is it like day trips?
No, we're traveling.
Oh, okay. So then she definitely won't see me the first week.
No, we'll have to FaceTime.
We'll have to FaceTime. We'll have to do an Instagram Live.
We can.
What are you knitting on? How many projects did you take with you?
I have to pack a separate suitcase.
What do you pack first, your clothes or your knitting?
Definitely my knitting,
Exactly.
for sure.
It's true.
And everyone always asks, I never pack my knitting into the luggage. It's always on me.
Oh, yeah, no, it can't be in the
Carry
luggage.
on only.
Yeah.
So you can just imagine how my carry-on is like busting.
Well, I always use that big tenty bag
That's
as
perfect.
my carry-on, but it's all my knitting.
Absolutely.
I think I put other stuff in there.
I don't even put my hand knitwear.
No.
Like, I will carry it on the plane. Like, God forbid my luggage gets lost with my hand knit.
Dina and I have a very funny story, which we won't tell you now, but I don't know how many years ago when we went to TNNA with our needles on the airplane. Very funny, right?
Crazy.
Yeah. That was a fun trip. We had a couple of fun trips.
Yes, a lot.
But anyway, it's just amazing. You know?
I feel like we should go away someplace.
I think we should. Where?
I don't know, you guys, if you want us to visit you,
Yeah. Where
leave a comment.
This summer? Yes. Oh, where do you want to go? Road trip.
Road trip.
Road trip.
Or a plane. Would you get on a plane?
I would get on a plane. It depends where we're going. It depends where we're going.
Maybe we will visit you.
Hawaii.
That would be fun.
I'm not kidding.
Why not? Leave a comment. Let us know.
Where should we go?
That would be fun. Another state, another
I'm
yarn
thinking.
shop, a knitting guild.
That would be fun.
Oh,
That
my
would
goodness.
Be fun. A guild would be fun.
Okay.
Putting it out there. I don't
Yes.
know. I'm waiting for the day when we can like have a trip to Italy and rent a villa.
A chateau.
Yes, and have a cook.
Chateau
This is my
actually
dream.
more
Have a
in
cook.
France.
I don't care if I travel anywhere. I'm happy just to
have
stay in the
someone
villa.
cook for us.
Have someone cook for me, and we can knit.
So
What
that
do
we
you
could
think?
sit and drink wine.
Exactly.
Oh, my goodness.
It's my kind of trip.
Too funny.
Yeah.
All right, everyone. Leave a comment. Follow us. Subscribe. Follow Pammy. You're almost at 1,000 followers.
I know.
Oh,
Look
my
at
goodness.
that.
We're going to have to do a giveaway.
Who would want to follow me? I don't understand.
Stop it. Follow Pam at Pam Sap. Follow me at The Knitting Place. Subscribe if you like the podcast. And we hope you're having fun with all your projects.
Happy knitting.
Bye.